my first view of Craven Cottage. Not the best view where I started from, but then you get to see that little bridge. There's a fountain here, and if you look behind, you can see a stand and some floodlights. So to get here into London, then you well, I took the tube down to Victoria and got the district line from there to Putney Bridge, and it's an 8/10 of a mile from there. Starts off with, you know, a so-so walk, and then you get into the grounds of Fulham Palace Garden, and it's just an absolute delight. And I've taken a load of pictures for that, well, a few anyway. So although it's a little bit further than I thought it was going to be, it's not as close as Notts County. It is an absolute delight. Come on a nice day. I'm giving it 8 out of 10. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Around the Ground. I'm at ground number 10 on my quest of a 92 Fulham Football Club. It's an international weekend, so quite a few major teams have got their women playing on their main pitch. This is a Sunday, so why not come to Fulham? I wasn't in the first sort of dozen of doing the 92 going to do any London or reasonably localish clubs, but this was too good an opportunity to miss, and the walk here is going to be, I think, pretty much unbeatable. Going past Fulham Palace, walking along the Thames Path, it's just lovely. Love the pictures up there. It was all plastic seats. The new stand we'll get to in a moment, but look at this. I'm sitting on one of these old wooden bucket seats. How utterly unique. They had these at York, at the old York ground when I went there. I absolutely love this in a Premiership ground. How utterly unique is that? Nice stand behind the goal there, which has Fulham, of course, written all along. That's the new stand over there, very imposing. First thing you see as you come towards the ground, dugouts at the bottom there, pitch as ever, looks really, really good. But that's a lovely stand up there. All the press area is along there, sort of to the left hand side, and then at the far end you've got FC on the seats there, and in that corner by the players' tunnel is, I guess, what it's the old Craven Cottage. I've taken a picture of that as near as I can get, and then you've got a big seating area. This is the area that's going to be open today for the women, all the way along. Fulham ladies at home today to MK Dons. They are playing. I went to see Fulham women, of course, at Motspur Park, their training ground, against Cambridge back in the summer, early in the season. Highlights of that match are on my channel. I've actually done a walk around Motspur Park as much as you can. That will come up at another date, but that's worth seeing. The whole riverside, just next to Fulham football grounds, is really worth walking along and looking at. It's buzzing around there. So many people, so many places to eat, drink, have a coffee, that kind of thing. This is really sympathetically built into the local residential area. You really wouldn't notice it when you were going by. You could easily, if you didn't know it was here, go past it and not even realise there was a Premiership football ground there. Very quiet residential street, particularly on the game when there's not going to be that many people here. There's barely no traffic going past at all. The odd bikes and that, the odd car, but not very many at all. So really like it here. The outside, before you get in the ground, not much to look at. The concourse itself is really quite narrow and there's not much there. I'm sure that the hospitality on the far side will be absolutely amazing. At the moment the food hasn't heated up, so I'm going to have to go back in about 10 minutes or so. But for uniqueness, impressiveness of grounds, for uniqueness with these wooden seats and everything, I'm going to give it a 7. There will be better, but I just love it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Thanks for watching, and I will speak to you soon. Asked for a pie at 2 o'clock, they weren't ready. Asked for a pie at 2:30, they still weren't ready. Finally got it at 2:45. It is barely warm. I did ask them to choose which pie I had. I've got steak and ale. It's a pucker pie, nicely seasoned, tastes really good. But you've got to do better than that at a Premiership club. 5 out of 10. The Fulham kit is classic white and black, as you would expect, but the numbers are really bold and clear on the back. It just all works really nicely as a kit. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. First home corner of the match, hit well to the far post, didn't really come to anything. Good knock, but just gets a 6.5 out of 10. Full-time Fulham women 3, MK Dons women 0. Yeah, Fulham were the better team without a doubt, particularly in the first half when they scored 3, hit the woodwork twice, hit the woodwork in the second half as well. If anything, MK Dons showed them a bit too much respect, because in the second half they were the more dangerous team going forward and actually played really well, probably deserved, if not a point from the game, definitely deserved to score. So 3 points for home goals. Set pieces are going to get 6. Game excitement, I think 5. It was a very open game, it was very watchable, better in the first half than the second. Way too many substitutions as ever, and it just knocked the flow out of the game a little bit. Atmosphere, and there was a bit of singing here and there. The crowd were definitely into it, so I'm giving that a 5.5 out of 10. As for overall enjoyment, I loved the location, the walk there through these grounds that I'm going through now, walking up the Thames path. The food was a bit of a shambles, to be honest with you. The game was okay. I liked the quirkiness of the stadium with, cracking new stands and yet wooden seats in parts as well. I think overall I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. So that's ground 10 of my 92 done. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I certainly have. Thanks for watching, and speak to you soon.
that